Wow, so here we are on to page 7. So you've used your bow a lot for the last couple of weeks. Um, Remember to always, when you're not playing, the bow hair gets no tension on it. When you're starting to play like we are today, then you tighten it just about to where your thumb can go under in the middle of the bow, under the hair without touching. Different sticks will require different tension on the hair though. So if you have a soft stick, you may need more tension. If you have a really stiff stick, you may need less. So since we've been doing so much, let's do a little rosin today. This is actually the third time that I've tried to do this video. I keep getting either a low battery on the camera or a low battery on the phone. So tiny bit of a frustration. But Pepper's with us, so we're okay. So I like Moxie rosin. It's made here in Austin, and it's a dark rosin. I find that it pulls just this really sweet, smooth sound, along with technique, obviously. So with rosin, you're going to do a little bit more at the frog and do some extra at the tip, and then come all the way along 4 or 5 times. If you notice when you're pulling your bow that you get a spot sometimes on the bow that's a little slick, sometimes you can knock the rosin up here and it'll give us a little bit more powder grain. This doesn't powder, and so if you have allergies to nut pollen or tree pollen, this is a good rosin to use. And I do have a rosin allergy, so I'm not going to powder off my bow, but you can take your thumb under here and kind of even it out by powdering it off, but it makes me cough and sneeze. So page 7, you should be really good now about setting up your position. And if your viola is not in tune, for right now I would take it somewhere or find yourself a viola friend who, or a violin friend who could help you tune it. The tuning on the pegs needs a lesson, but you need some ear training before you get into tuning too much. So we are stepping into the second part of this book that is going to introduce fingerings, and you need to learn these notes. This is not a time when you can just do work off of patterns. I really want you to know when you look at, excuse me, when you look at your clef signature, time signature, I want you to look at that note and know that that's open C. We're going to learn the next note, C, and then if we take the alphabet and go A, B, C, if we go to the next note, that's D. So this is C to D, C to D, C to D. And C to D is first finger. So you already know, and hopefully you'll have tape on your instrument. If you don't, you can set that third finger in the right place to touch second finger, and then go a double space back and you'll get your. But when you do this, I want third and second finger to hover over those strings. They're not going to touch, but they're going to be there ready to play when they're needed. And I want you to say open string C to first finger D. So let's try that first line. So we're going to go half notes first. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C. So that's what it will sound like. You may get this. And if you get that extra little dip in there instead of an actual clear D, C, D, C, D, then that just means that your bow and your finger aren't changing at the same time. So for early beginners, nudge that and put your finger down at the same time. So you get if you get an extra note in there or a little bit of a hiss, you've got to keep working on getting those to work together. So that's your C string. Now let's go up to the D string, which starts to measure 6. We have a long note on C to roll, and then roll the bow to the D string. Then we go D, and yes, you've guessed it, it's A, B, C, D, then E. So open D to first finger is D to E. So let's play 6 and 7, this pattern right here, D to E. So check your position, make sure you've got, I'm sorry, G to E. Oh my goodness, I have to do this all over again. Please forgive me. I'm not paying attention. Senior moment. This is G string. And G is a special, this is why I had to stop for a minute. So G is special because G is the last note of the alphabet, of the musical alphabet. Then we have to start back over at A. So this is open G. This then becomes first finger A. And yes, you guessed it, it's an A, an octave lower than your open A. So we have G, A, and so on. So let's play that G to A. Excuse my foo-ha there. I don't know what I was thinking. Ready, go. So G, then A. And when you're setting up your position, if you don't have a tape, you know third finger, set second finger right behind it, and first finger a whole finger away. So this one's here, so you're going to go a whole finger away from there, and that will give you that first finger note. So G to A, G, A, make sure the third and second finger are ready to play. They're not up here pointing at the ceiling. They're hovering right over the string, ready to play. So measures 8, ready, quarter notes. Say the notes out loud and look at your music when you're playing. Now we're going to roll to the D string. Now it's D. D, and we already know this will be E. So hover over and get your string and your finger and your bow changing at the same time. And then we're going to roll to the A. Then the next letter in the alphabet is B, so first finger is B. B, A, B. So that is you are number 1, the introduction. Say the note names out loud, get your half notes, quarter notes, and whole notes, roll the bow, make sure your fingers are hovering. If you don't have tapes, make sure you're right in tune, that you're getting your finger in the right place. And then let's take a minute and go to the bottom of page 7. So the bottom of page 7 is also open string first finger, but it's mixed up now with different rhythms on different strings. So if you look at that first line, we have open A, then first finger B, open A, then first finger E on the D string, then open D. Then we go back to E for 2 counts, open A for 2 counts, then open D for that full measure with 2 half notes. then E, D, E, D, A, E, D. So let's try that open one song. 1, 2, slow, ready, play. Then first finger, E on the D string. Now open A. Now if you leave your fingers hovering over, you'll get better intonation. So don't have your fingers over here, but have them ready to play. G, G, A, and then C, D. You got it. I'm pausing so you'll think about it too. Then C, D, C for 2 counts, then D for 2 counts. So that is your open one song. It's a duet, so in the Done and Dusted in the next video we'll do it as a duet. Practice it on your own. Make sure you have the correct rhythms. Make sure, and just so you know, hint, it's only open and first finger, no surprises there. It is on all 4 strings, so I'm hoping at this point you're recognizing open strings. And then now I want you to say the notes out loud. It's not like on page 6 where it didn't matter. We were just doing the hand coming down. Now it's important that you connect these neurons to open string, first finger, the name of the note, where it is on your instrument and where it is on the staff. And then obviously how many counts are you going to give this note? So how long in time will it be? So that is page 7, the introduction. The next video will be the Done and Dusted for this page. So have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.